TIFF Nexus is a series of creative jams and conferences designed to connect diverse creative sectors. So we're bringing together game developers, content creators, filmmakers, and digital artists to innovate around specific themes relevant to each conference and jam. The TIFF Nexus New Media Literacies Conference, taking place right now, makes perfect sense because it's happening right during the TIFF Kids International Film Festival. The festival brings together the best in international cinema for children and youth, while the conference will really explore content creation in the digital age.
2 decades ago, you watch TV, you listen to the radio, you watch movies, and it was a one-way street. And so understanding what that meant was very different from a world now where you have the ability to communicate and create and affect what is out there.
We're pushing technology into our lives. We're pushing new social behaviors and practices from Facebook, from collaborating, from video making. We're moving into a world where we're all more comfortable making media. There are things that kids will grow up to do every day, but we need to find ways to give them experience in how to do it well.
We have 5 teams. We have over 20 people across a whole bunch of different industries creating 5 different projects that are completely inspired by what motivates them.
If we take these as a starting point, the new media literacies reveal new kinds of experiences we can make for kids that aren't purely educational, that aren't purely social, but are somewhere between the two and still sort of ultimately fun.
Our project is called We Built This City, and it is a cooperative city-building board game where the players themselves are the ones who are making the board game pieces, the board game grid, and the rules of the game itself. So they use Minecraft, or they can use a program called Lego Digital Designer, and they can then turn those designs into real-world objects. But the crucial part of it is a website, which is where students and kids and teachers and parents can share their designs, can share their board game ideas, and pool their resources together to come up with a sort of curriculum for learning about city planning.
Our project's name is Project Egg Drop, and it's basically a crowdsourcing platform for kids where they can learn and explore new ideas. We started off by using the question, what does the internet look like? In the first phase, we got 30 kids to come together and make drawings about what they think the internet looks like.
And through discussion and up and down voting, they evaluate what they've done, and they also evaluate their peers. The web is all about collaboration. Egg Drop is a place to practice and teach this culture in the safe place of the classroom.
Our project is called the Node, or the Node Project, and basically it's a way to increase digital capacity in a classroom environment through a really fun and playful and temporary facilitated project.
There's 2 ways we're looking at it. One is bringing in technologies that kids might not be well versed in, as well as including technologies that they might already have access to and trying to incorporate creative ways for them to use them.
What I'm really excited about is that it addresses a real need that we've observed in classroom environments. There's a lot of technology that's there. There's a lot of desire and knowledge with the kids to play with technology, to use their skills, but there maybe isn't necessarily the time or the trust. So this project really addresses that, and I think there's a lot of room for success.
The NML Classroom is a very interesting project basically because it's gamifying history.
It's a curriculum builder for teachers, and it addresses the new media literacy skills in a really unique way. Teachers are actually able to tweak individual curriculum pieces to either emphasize or de-emphasize various new media literacy skills, depending on the needs of their classroom and the needs of their students.
In the case of our example, looking at the Underground Railway, and look at that and go, okay, so our students are very good at negotiation, so I want to really focus on the negotiation aspects, but also bring in live play. So they get to take an equalizer and really focus that in.
Our project takes things that kids already understand how to use, but really teaches them what they actually are.
We've created a narrative that allows people to really explore how to remix anything they want via this ongoing story experience. So within that, if we want them to remix a website, they could do that. If it's remixing a video, it makes sense. If it's audio, we have it all.
Kids can take the tools that we've provided, they can remix, they can do it all within the framework we've provided. If they're younger, it can be simplified. If they're older, they can hack the hack. They can do whatever they want to do with the project, and I think that's what's really great about it. It sort of has endless potential.
The point of this kind of jam session is inspiration. To be able to have an idea that you can push to a certain level without commercial constraints, without maybe even client constraints, to sort of flex your creative muscles
The Nexus project wouldn't exist without the support of the Ontario Media Development Corporation through their Entertainment and Creative Cluster Partnership Fund. Through that, we've been able to get the funding to really bring these diverse creators together, these different sectors, because they realize the value and the importance of cross-sector collaboration.
The TIFF Nexus project has made it possible for all these great, interesting people from across different industries to come together and to create all these interesting new projects. But really what's exciting is not what happens today and what happened in the last few weeks, but where these things go in the future. That's what the Youth New Media Literacy Jam is all about.